Hi everybody, welcome to See It or Skip It. Today we're going to be talking about Pan. Pan is directed by Wright and it stars Levi Miller as Peter, Hugh Jackman as Blackbeard, Garrett Hedlund as Hook, and Rooney as Tiger Lily. So Pan is basically the Peter Pan origin story, and it shows basically how Peter becomes Peter. We find when the movie opens that Peter is in an orphanage and his mother's left him. And it had a little bit of like an Oliver sort of a thing because they had these scary nuns who were just really, really mean. And I don't know why they feel necessary to portray all the nuns in orphanages to be like these really mean people. I don't know. I'm just a little sick and tired of that. It basically starts with Peter not living the great life in an orphanage and with his friends. And he's starting to find that some of his friends are starting to go missing, adopted, says the nun, but Peter believed otherwise. So eventually, all of the boys are spirited away by the pirates, and off they go to Neverland. So with Peter Pan, or Pan, I, just judging by the trailer, I was slightly interested. The trailer looked very vibrant. The colors were vivid and it looked interesting. And I thought, okay, it's going to be a little stylized, probably maybe targeted more for kids. But I was interested to see it. And then as I sat down in the theater and the movie started, and I find myself very disconnected from it more and more because it's just, I felt like the direction of the movie, it just didn't know who to target toward. Like in one scene, it's very kids friendly. In another scene, it's way too scary for the kids. Other scenes were kind of unnecessary. And when we go into Neverland, where we find Blackbeard, it kind of looked like a PG version of Mad Max in this mine that they're in, and they're mining for pixie dust. And the way Blackbeard entered, and I get that he is a pirate and he wants to make a grand entrance and very theatrical, but they started to sing Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. And if I can remember correctly, I think because the place that they're at was called Nirvana, and maybe that's why they connected it with it. And it was strange, but I would have been okay with it if that was consistent, like the singing of like a well-known song throughout the movie, like kind of like Moulin Rouge, but it wasn't. It just kind of, they just left it and it just died there on the floor along a little bit with my soul. And as they move through Neverland and Peter's journey to find out if he is the chosen one, why he's wearing the pan, who is his mother, we meet Hook, and his name is already Hook, and there is no explanation to why his name is Hook except that he used a hook to mine the pixie dust. We come to the tribe, we find Tiger Lily, and no one wants to explain why in the entire tribe of Aboriginal and Native people, Tiger Lily is the only one who's not, and yet she's the princess. I don't know. I can't. The fight scenes for this movie, it was okay. The one thing I appreciated was when they were battling, the pirates was battling the Indians. I like that instead of, because it's, I guess they want to gear it toward kids, when the natives would die, they wouldn't just kind of, be all bloody. Instead, they would kind of poof, like if you go to Color Run, they would kind of poof into this colorful powder, which I thought, I was like, okay, well, that's not so scary for kids. But then they added the scene, unnecessary scene, by the way, with the crocodile, which it was way scary for kids. And then they add the mermaid in there. All in all, this movie had just a bunch of little things that they try to throw in from all the other Peter Pan stories that we know, like Tinkerbell, the mermaids, Hook, Smee. I felt like they just try to mush everything in there to the point where it stopped making sense. Final verdict, should you see it or skip it? I'm gonna say skip it. This movie, while it could be a fun family outing if you have kids that are younger, certain scenes get a little loud, it might frighten them. If you're an adult or just an average moviegoer like me, well, you might leave the theater thinking and scratching your head, why did I spend money on this film? Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Wendy Lee Zaney. See you next time.